The Monty Hall problem. Let's just get to the point. You're in a game show, and there are 3 doors. Door 1, door 2, and door 3. Behind 2 of the doors are goats, and behind 1 of the doors is a fancy car. You want to get the fancy car. Now, there's this guy named Monty Hall. Monty Hall tells you that you can choose one of the doors, and you'll get whatever is behind the door you chose. You choose one of the doors. For example, you chose door number 1. So, now there's a 1 in 3 chance that you'll get the fancy car. Now, Monty Hall plays a trick. He chooses one of the doors that you didn't choose, meaning not door number 1, and not the door that has a fancy car behind it. So, he chooses, in this case, door number 2. And now that he showed you with one of the doors that it doesn't have a fancy car behind it and it has a goats, then you're left with two choices. The door you chose, in this case door number 1, and the other door, door 3. Monty Hall asks you if you want to switch from your choice of door 1 to door 3. The question is, what door will have a higher likelihood of having a car behind it? The intuitive answer is answering 1/2 chance for each one of them, because there are only 2 doors. But that's not the right answer. The answer is you should always switch, and here's why. To understand that, let's imagine a case where you never switch. You never listen to Monty Hall. So your first choice always has a third of a chance to have the car behind it. And if you never switch and ignore everything else and ignore all what Monty Hall tells you, then what's behind the doors themselves won't change, and therefore you'll for sure always have a third of a chance for getting the car. And in 2/3 of the chance, you won't get the car. Now that we proved that if you don't switch, your chance is a third, then when there are 2 doors left, only door 1 and door number 3, then door number 1 has a third of a chance to have the car in it, and the car is either in door number 1 or in door number 3. So the rest of the chances are in door number 3, meaning door number 3 has a 2/3 of a chance that the car will be in it. And that's why you should always switch from door number 1, where there is a third of a chance to have the car, to door number 3, where there is 2/3 of a chance to have the car. It can be thought of a bit differently. Door number 1 is protected, meaning because you chose it, Monty Hall can't choose that door to show what's behind it for you. So I divide the doors into 2 groups. The group of door number 1 and the group of door number 2 and door number 3. So the chance of the car being in door number 1 is 1/3. The chance of the car being in door number 2 or in door number 3 is 2/3. If the car is in door number 2 or door number 3, which is a 2/3 chance, then the door that the car isn't in will be chosen by Monty Hall. And therefore the other door will have the car in it. So that means that there's a 2/3 chance that if Monty Hall chooses one of the doors, in this case door number 2, then door number 3 will be the one with the car in it. Whereas there's only a 1/3 chance, because it's sort of protected, that door number 1 will have the car in it. The chance doesn't change. And that's why if Monty Hall randomly chooses doors according to the rules I said earlier, then you should always switch from door number 1 to door number 3. Because you'll be twice as likely to get the car. Thank you for watching. Please comment, subscribe, and argue with me in the comments.